Okay. All right, we're with John Hall, the new rider for the Sovereign Star Racing Pro Stock Motorcycle team. John, where are you originally from?
New Haven, Connecticut.
That's where you were born?
Yes.
And where do you live now?
About 5 miles north in Hamden, Connecticut.
So you've always lived in Connecticut?
Yeah, well, I lived in Rhode Island for a while and then moved back.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
Real estate investor.
And you like doing that?
I love it.
Great. Tell us a little bit about your family, your kids, what their names are.
I have an 18-year-old son. In a week he'll be 18. It's hard to believe I look so young. I have a 14-year-old daughter and my wife and 2 dogs.
Great. Okay. How did you first get into racing, and how long have you been involved in the sport?
About 16 years. I started at Englishtown. That was my local track. It's about 2 hours south of New Haven, Connecticut, and just bracket racing. And then got into AMA Pro Star 600 Super Sport, and I ended up racing for Orient Express on a Yamaha, and then I moved to 1000 Super Sport with Orient Express, and I actually won a national event here in Valdosta on my 1000 Super Sport, and then I took it to Joe Franco. I raced with him for a couple years. We took that same bike and turned it into a real street bike, and I won a race on the same bike in the real street class with nitrous. So I still have that same bike. I'm not selling it.
And that's no wheelie bar classes.
Yeah, no bar.
No bar.
Stock clutch.
Yeah. So what other interests or involvements do you have in any other types of racing other than motorcycles? There's always been motorcycles.
That's it, just motorcycles.
What do you hope to accomplish during this next year in the 2012 NHRA season? What are your goals?
My goal is to win at least a Wally and just do the best I can every week.
Great.
Every race.
We've had John Hall come to the school. You've taught him how to ride a wheelie bar bike. Tell us a little bit about your first impression of John and how the progression has gone with John Hall.
John he's the right size, which is very, very important. Plus he can afford to go, which is also very important. Our criteria and our regulations or requirements for drivers are that they pay their own way, that they can do the job, turn the wind light on, be calm and confident enough to drive well on Sunday, and have a real low drama type of experience. And John is a very laid-back guy. He's very calm. He's easy to program. He's easy to tune. You tell him make these changes, he does it, and he has just grown and accelerated his style unbelievably since we first met.